Hi, this is Sarah Regan from Strengths Now, and we know that one of the best things we can do in times of stress and uncertainty is lean into our own natural talents. And today we're continuing our video series where we highlight one of the different Clifton StrengthsFinder themes. And today we're going to talk about WOO, and WOO stands for winning others over. So if you have WOO, you are likely known as somebody who is social, interactive, engaging, very energetic, a good conversationalist, somebody who takes the initiative socially and also the responsibility to bring people together and get a conversation started. So in that way, you can be gregarious and somebody who's able to connect people. So in times of stress and uncertainty, one of the things that may be particularly hard is if you find that your social network is shrinking. WOO really needs people, needs to be in relationship. You're outgoing by nature. And so if part of what's happening for you right now is you've moved to a work from home environment, you don't have as much face-to-face interaction with people, it could be particularly difficult. One of the people I had a coaching conversation with last week, she lives alone. She won't be going back to the office until September. And the only person she has seen in person has been her sister. And it's been really difficult for her to not be engaged in people, with other people. So one thing that can be helpful is certainly to take advantage of video conferencing. Encourage that people turn on the video, role model that for people. I have another friend, she has WOO, and we have a regular Zoom meeting that's more social in nature, but she's the one who kind of keeps it lively, like what's the theme this week, or coming up with ways to make it more engaging. So there's that way that WOO can infuse some fun, and that can be really make things a little brighter and a little lighter for people. The other thing that I think WOO can do right now is there's a lot of really important dialogue happening in many parts of the world right now related to racial inequality. I think that WOO has an opportunity to leverage that likability and to engage their very wide network in conversation. There can be a social boldness that WOO can take the lead by maybe standing up for what it believes in and making that an easier path for other people to do the same. In times of change, WOO might be able to have a very wide perspective on how a potential change impacts a lot of people because you have a lot of folks in your network. You're not maybe only focused on the inner circle, but that you can think more broadly about everyone in your network. The other thing that WOO can do is literally connect people to each other. In the old days, we talked about a Rolodex, where you have a lot of names in that Rolodex. So you might be able to think of how to connect somebody with someone in your network who's job searching or needs a resource or is a great person for them to have a conversation with. So take the initiative to connect other people together and offer that introduction. One of the watch-outs for the theme of WOO is that when it is starved or not in its best form, it can appear as though it's a little phony or superficial, disingenuous, or perhaps caring too much about how they're being perceived. And so it's a time to be sensitive to that. I think particularly now because there is a lot of seriousness, serious discussions happening in our communities, in our families, in our workplaces, that it's important to make sure that your tone is not going to be misperceived in any way. There's a lightheartedness or that fun life of the party, but it needs to be balanced by making sure that you're attuned to the seriousness as well. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I would love to hear how you're using your WOO right now and how it's having impact, and hope to see you next time.